Hello, 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 and welcome to Marie's Monologue. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe. If you like this video, of course, you can give it a thumbs up, and you can always comment to stay engaged. I love to hear from you guys. Today I have an interview with the lovely ladies of Black Girl Motto, and I'm so excited for you guys to get this knowledge, so let's go. Black Girl Motto is a nonprofit organization and sisterhood that focuses on the empowerment of our young Black youth. It was founded by Shania Billups, Lauren Morris, and Aisha Riley, and they're all three mothers that are native to the Cincinnati area. Their goal is to provide educational tools and skills to young women of color and to just encourage them to all live their best lives. They help link people to community resources and offer educational resources and directories of Black businesses and more. They have Black Girl Model Spotlight, where they spotlight a Black woman or a girl who is just living the Black Girl motto, a business that embodies the Black Girl motto. And they just show positive images of Black women and women of color, which in this day and age, we really don't get a lot of. So I just wanted to make sure that I got to sit down and talk with these ladies and just see what it was all about. So how are you ladies doing today?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Of course. So to just get started, can you guys tell me a little bit more about Black Girl Model itself?
Yeah. Well, as you said, Black Girl Motto was formed as a way to provide educational resources, financial resources, wellness resources, just to connect our young women of color to those resources that they don't always have access to. So we wanted to build a community and act as a community liaison, so to say, so that we can make sure our girls are connected to those everyday resources that they need so much.
And while doing that, kind of building that sisterhood and sorority, you know. So.
Yes. And then I know that you're all mothers, so just tell me a little bit more about yourselves, like outside of Black Girl Model. I know that has to be busy, just being moms and business owners.
Who wants to go first?
Well, I'm a mother of two girls, adolescents, almost. I have a teenager, then I have one who's a preteen, so 14 and 10. And also, I am I'm training for a business advisor position with a small business and development corporation. So that's something that's in the works. But as you were saying, how to manage time with trying to build Black Girl Motto and commit to motherhood can be trying at times. But being a mother of two adolescent girls, I think it's very important that they are well connected. So I think that's what led us to forming Black Girl Motto, because you as well, are all mothers of young Black girls who will become Black women. So if we not prepare them, because I don't want to say prepare our young girls for womanhood, but just getting them ready and getting them acclimated and getting them connected to the tools so that they can live their best life and just balancing. It is trying, it is that balance, but in finding that time and being able to have me time as well. It's all hard to balance at times, but I think we've mastered it, and we're going. Even if we haven't mastered it, we're still going and we're still flowing and we're still just continuing to reach new heights.
Yes.
So I'm a mother of three, two boys, one girl. I'm also in school to become a pharmacist. I've been a pharmacy tech for 10 years. I hope that when I could become a pharmacist, to try to get into the nonprofit part of it with the elderly and even younger kids that can't afford the medications they're getting now, and they don't have that resource to connect and get those medications. You have a lot of older people in teen that are dying from diabetes and everything. So just having that outlet and just trying to get a nonprofit pharmacy in that area to kind of help with medications.
Wonderful.
I love writing. So I had a lady. She does ancestry readings. I don't want to mention her name just yet because it's not. It's in the works. It's been talked about. She reached out to me and she explained to me that Spirit told her that I'm supposed to be writing her book. So she has a life story that me and her are gonna work closely together and get her, get a book
That
written.
is
So,
awesome.
and as Aisha was saying, just with me just having one girl and two boys, even with boys, exposing them into a new light of how they should treat a woman,
Yes.
what women should be. Because a lot of times our younger guys are not seeing what women should be.
Yes.
Women are not the same how they were and when we had grandma, and it's a lot, it's just a lot different.
Yes.
And I'm a mother of one. So even just from the standpoint of me being so much in the media, as far as like I have a blog called a Dope Mom Blog, which is basically like my take on motherhood, being a single mother and being a believer in Christ, and just how that reflects on my everyday and the way that I parent or the way that I discipline. So and then also with the She Woke Up Dope podcast that I have, it's more so of just kind of taking my daughter along with me and showing her like you can be this, you can be that, and if it's not a place for you to go, then create your own place.
Yes, I love
And
that.
so it's one of those things that we want to be that space for young Black girls. We want to be like the den.
Yes,
Moesha.
Okay.
Like Aunt
Yes,
Bells. Like
yes.
everybody was at the
Okay.
den. Like that's what we aim to be, just a safe place that a lot of our Black teens
And that
can
peace,
go.
that peace.
And
Yes.
just being at peace.
You don't know, a lot of them lack peace within a home. So just being
Right.
that
So true.
escape,
So
Right.
being
true.
at peace, and even teaching young girls how to meditate. I know my dad's a big on meditation, and my daughter is too, and she meditates.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get my 4-year-old into right now because she's very active, very rambunctious. She's her dad, and her dad has ADHD and still takes medicine as an adult for it. She's wild, so I really am just trying to get her to start meditating and stop. And I'm like, just try to focus on something. Focus
just
on
control.
princesses,
Right.
whatever. Just try to focus on any one thing.
Right.
Just sit
Just
there and
controlling
focus on it.
it.
Focus on
Right.
princesses and how you gonna be a princess one day. Just focus, baby. Just
And,
focus.
see, and I do a lot of that with my daughter, hands-on, as far as like the arts.
Yes.
So it's more so, okay, while you're dancing, focus on, hitting this dance move, or
Yes.
focus on this
Focus.
artwork. Let's
Yes.
sit and paint. What is on your
Yes.
mind? Paint it out. So that's one of the big things that I focus on, and that's what I want to bring to our Black community.
And just to piggyback off the meditation, we're hoping that we can form some type of kid meditation circle, so that we can enlighten and educate kids on the importance of meditation and just getting in tune within their self, because I think that's very important. That what we lack sometimes as a community is getting in touch with our inner self. So hopefully we can bring that within the Black Girl Model community as well.
And that would come up with our mascot, Kayla Marie Black. That's right, Kayla Marie Black, which will probably
Black,
help.
y'all.
It'll be an example that they get to see. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about just how Black Girl Model came to be, like the idea itself.
It started off as a whole nother idea.
Yes.
So let me tell you. Okay, so first it started over here. So we all met working at a. We had a. So we were all working temporary at a corporate job, and basically we connected, like our spirits just kind of like we were all kindred spirits. And so on our lunch breaks, we would just always talk about certain things that we just wanted to do. And so this one specific thing that we thought was like, hey,
It's gonna take off.
it's gonna take off.
We gonna invest everything.
Yeah. We gonna get what was it, a bus? We gonna get a party bus, and we are gonna make the party bus a spa, and it's gonna be a spa. And when I say we were downtown,
We were
doing
doing
market
research
research.
to people going up
we
there.
were looking for buses and everything, and like
That's why we copywriting it. So
we gotta
ours.
yes, keep it. But and so it started off that way. We're like, yeah, we're just gonna be a all service
On the bus.
on a bus, so we can pull up to you.
Yes.
And you know, you can get your little makeup done if you on lunch break and you need a nail fix. You know, we gonna pull up to you, go get the nail fix. And we had thought this playing out so deep to like the point where we were like, damn, we knew what the buses were.
We knew the nail techs we were gonna use, the salon,
everything. Like, and then we just kind of like lost touch. So we had lost touch for about like a year. I think was it about it?
It was about a year.
It was about a year. And it was just one of those things where, you know, life just kind of happened. And so we all reached out to each other. And it was
meant to be when it comes.
Full circle. Yes. And so then it was more so.
We met up at Panera Bread.
We met up at Panera. And we talked about, you know, let's do something for the community. Let's do something to reach our young girls.
And Aisha said Black Girl Motto. And we loved that.
Yeah.
And from Black Girl Motto, we was like, we just got it. We always, anytime we're together, it's nothing but ideas. Everybody's just bouncing and bouncing. So I just feel like I don't know, we just one whole notebook. Full of ideas.
I love that analogy. I love that analogy. Yes. And then we started talking about the resources that our young ladies lack. And we just started talking about just how we want, going back again to how we want to connect them to those resources that we feel that they need to thrive. So
and then my dad is real big in the community at Roseline. He has a gym, Yup Fitness. Okay. And so we came to him with the idea, and he hopped on board. And it was like, this is what together was, you know, making us come up here and
do our
work.
bylaws.
Sit there with us,
telling us where to go. Like Mr. Billups said.
Yes.
Okay. Shout out to Mr. Billups.
Yes.
You said it's in Roseland, Cincinnati, right? Okay. Look him up.
Well, no, it's in College
It's in
Hill.
College
now.
Yeah.
But you can look it up. YEP,
YEP
Fitness.
Okay. Yes.
And man, it was one of those things where like us being us being mothers of daughters, you know, what resources do we want to have available to our daughters?
Exactly.
You know, like if, you know, someone was out there that could tell our daughters something.
And what world do you want them to go?
Yes.
The world is changing, but if people knew, we control it. We have the power and the tools to change it.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
So it's just about coming together as a community and putting those resources and using them. Just everybody coming together.
Right. And just being that
that's
village.
why we want to team up with other. We don't want to just be Black Girl Models. We love to team up with other organizations. It's about coming together and if we all come together as one, I mean, we're unstoppable. So.
Okay, so then I think you talked a little bit about exactly how you went from idea to it actually being a thing. Mr. Billups had a huge part to play in it, but just talk a little bit more about that, how you actually got all the way off the ground.
Aisha started sending out emails
to
everybody.
Aisha took up. Aisha was just like, okay.
She was like, she won't
let's
stop.
go.
She went, once we came,
like,
she went home and she won't stop. And it was like, she sent us a message like, okay, I just reached out to such and such. Be like, okay, so what's going on?
Like even the other night, she had text us in our text. She was like, y'all, little Wayne baby mama. Like when I say sis be pushing through, sis be pushing. Like I feel like she would email Michelle Obama, let her know. Like she emailed everybody, and
people just start like
they were liking it.
Out and was like,
so we got a social media handle, and we started, you know, just keeping up content, no matter what it was, everything Black Girl. Everything Black Girl.
And Lauren came up with our initial
and then I
logo.
had I had to make our initial. We was talking about Canva offsite. I had to go on Canva real quick. Make a little ghetto logo real quick. But it sufficed.
I've been following for quite a bit. Just being a friend of Aisha, she posted everywhere. I'm like, let's go ahead and follow. I mean, y'all graphics be dope.
Thank you. And it was one of those things where it was just like, all right, like we're gonna do this to get by, and then of course, you know, when we get it, then we'll be able to, we'll grow with the brand.
I love that.
Yeah. So, and then I think we had our first. I don't know whose idea it was to have our resume building. We had a resume building workshop.
And we did that at St. Bernard Library, which is funny, is because now they reach out to us
Yeah,
to do
they
workshops
reach
and
out.
brings up. We have a workshop coming
coming
up.
up that they was it the holiday President's Day or whatever
No,
holiday.
it was
For
Black History Month. So we're having a Black History
Yes.
Month trivia.
Yes.
Jeopardy, Black History
Yeah,
Jeopardy.
Black History Jeopardy.
That they reached out. They said, well, we want to do something for Black History Month, and we know that you all have the resume workshop here. We would love to have you. So we came up.
And we was like, let's do
Shania
Black
was like,
History
let's do Jeopardy.
I think it'd be fun. Like,
Right,
It'd be
yes.
fun. It'd be fun for
Yeah.
families. It'd be real fun, like families to come in and families against families,
Yeah.
and even maybe kids against adults. You never like it's just. I just think it's gonna be so fun. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So, why do you all think that it's so important for our Black girls to see other Black women in a positive light?
It helps build their confidence.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have a lot of examples. Not to put down reality with Love and Hip Hop and things like that. I mean, that's what they're used to seeing. They don't have that, and a lot of our Black cartoons or TV shows that we grew up on are no longer existent. They don't know anything about the Bill Cosby and the Martin, where it was Black love, and they don't know anything about that. So
I feel like a lot of people say the Black woman is like the most tore down person in, I want to say, the world, because it's just like, you know, we have so much responsibility and so much to take on, but you know, just that one spot that we try to be vulnerable in, we get beat up for it. So if we can show, you know, young girls that, you know, it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay and we're vulnerable, it's okay to, you know,
be strong.
Yeah. It's okay for your it's okay for your no. You know, it's okay to say no.
Submissive to everything.
Exactly. If we could just show them that, that would help altogether. Like Shania said, like even with the images of Love and Hip Hop and the reality, you know, you're not seeing Becky or Julie from down the street. You're seeing Shaquita and, you know, Monica doing all of this. And you know, yeah, it's like who do you look up to? And yeah, we have a few, you know, you have like your Yara Shahidis, or you know, your Marseille, what's the Marseille Martin, you know, but you know,
that's very far.
It's very far in between.
Yeah.
You know, you have to search for it more so than it's being presented. And then even in the music, you know, they still
how to dress,
sexualize. Exactly.
Not to tear a woman down, but like Meg Thee Stallion, she has a song. BITCH.
Oh my God!
You don't want to be nobody. Don't
Thank
ever make.
you.
You don't want to be nobody.
Thank you for talking about that.
And you know what? That was hard for me because my daughter, when I say, and I feel bad, my daughter love her some Meg Thee Stallion. Love her some Meg Thee Stallion, and I'm like, okay, baby, we gotta slow it down because you know you can't. You know, this ain't what we stand for. Or, you know, the city girls. You know, we're in this age where you know
we're hot girl summer.
We're scamming. We don't want to be scammers. We don't want to be just messing with guys for their money. You know, we want to get our own.
Yeah.
Like, and I think, you know, that's one of the things that we want to teach girls.
Exactly.
You know?
Yes,
they gotta value respect, respecting themselves,
and even just balance. Because, like, I mean, I am an adult. I love Megan Thee Stallion, but I will say that BITCH song, like, I agree. Because I like the Tupac version of the song. Like, that's one of my favorite songs. So I feel like she could have taken that song and done so much more with it than being somebody's BITCH. Because you're not just. I don't care if I'm tripping or not. You're not just gonna call me that, and I'm not gonna just be embracing that.
Right. You're making them feel like it's a lot of times. I think now we are letting our young girls feel like it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not. You make them feel like it's okay to be down here. It's okay to be that. But no, you should be here.
And even just trying to, I feel like a lot, you know, trying to chase fame and all of this social media, you know, notoriety or whatever. Or what is it? Notoriety. Notoriety. But no, it's just one of those things where it's just like, you know, a lot of girls are like, oh, I want to be famous, I want to be known, and I want to be this. And then you turn around and you have your Joycelyn Savages, or you have your Adrielle Clary's that you're known, you're famous now. But what are you famous for? You know, like you're famous for this, or you know, you want to be this and you that, and all of a sudden you end up killed, and now you famous. So it's one of those things where, let's teach our young girls how to aspire to be something more than just another face on TV or another Fashion Nova partner. And and I really knocking those things because if it works for you, then hey, but at the same time, there's other options as well.
Let's control the narrative. And I think that's what we don't really get a chance to do in our community is control the narrative. I think if we take control and we say, okay, this is us, we can't depend on the media to project us or to show it, because years and years we've noticed that we're not going to be projected in the manner in which we want to be projected on the media. So we control the narrative. And also a lot of our youngers are bored. They're bored, so they're turning to social media, and when you turn to social media, you see those things, you want to emulate those things. So if we can provide them a safe and sound place and also make it fun, they'll have something to do as opposed to trying to emulate what they see on the TV and in the music and just period. So we want to control the narrative and also be our own media, I guess you could say.
I think Lauren said it best. If you don't fit in, create your own space.
Your own space,
And I think that's what we're doing with Black Girl Model is we're creating that space for Black girls to come and feel safe and tell their story. All of our stories, just because we're Black, you might see people that's like, oh, well, she's Black, so this is what she is. This is what she is, and they try to speak those things into you when that's not your story. And I remember somebody telling me, oh, you're Black, so this is what you do and you're this type of person. I'm like, well, no, I do love music, I do love the arts, I do love theater, I love science, I love but and that doesn't make me any less of a Black girl either.
Right.
So it's just one of those things where we're creating a safe space for Black girls to come and just not be depicted as weird or depicted as different. You can just be yourself and get along with everyone else. So
Because I have a Caucasian lady I work with, and because I'm Black, she just assumes I'm ghetto. So she, hey, bro.
No.
So I kept walking, bro, but she think we that cool, but I kept walking.
Right.
I got your bro.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So that's basically what we want to do is just make that space. So it's like
create that space, control the narrative, and like Lauren was saying, we have to create it ourselves.
We wait.
If we don't have a seat at the table, we gotta
pull up our own chair, and if we ain't got a chair, we gotta build our own chair.
We won't be on the
stand
floor.
there. I'm not kidding. Stand at the head.
Right.
Hello. I'm
lean on the table just
I guess we gotta make our own table now. We don't need.
We gotta make our own.
Now we gotta build our own table.
Oh, there's no room. Okay.
No room.
Well, let me go build a table.
I am the table.
Period. Lay down.
I'm the table.
Come to me.
Right. For real, because it's just like you wait so long and you think that our community has our best interest at heart at times, and that if we vote for this person, they're gonna do this and they're gonna do that, and it's like you sit here waiting. It's like, how long can you wait before stuff starts to happen and stuff starts to happen, and then stuff is happening, and it's like, okay, well, we should have did this a long time ago.
Waiting on a leader when we really can take lead.
Perfect. Okay, so then just tell me more about, just in general, the resources that you guys provide and what you guys have coming up.
Well, we have coming up most recently. We have a Black History Jeopardy that we're holding at the St. Bernard Library. It is February 17th from 12 to 2:30 p.m. It is at the same location in the same room that we held our resume workshop. And we have time. All ages
are invited.
Yes.
Parents. We encourage everybody to come out.
Family event.
Yeah.
Like refreshments and snacks. Yes.
And to exercise their brains.
And just to learn new things, because they don't really teach a lot of Black history in the school.
Right. You have the Rosa Parks. You have Martin Luther King.
You have
your basics.
We're gonna go deeper into
We're gonna go deeper.
If you saw the flyer, are you a Black history guru?
Okay. Yeah, we go deeper. Good. And we also, we can't go too into detail about a meeting that we have coming up, but we do have meetings on the 11th that we have
another organization. And we work very closely with Yup Fitness. Kurt Phillips will be the founder of that.
So we're working on some fitness resources, to get up and go. Let's get healthy. A lot of college readiness and scholarship things that we're working on, and then just stuff for our baby girls.
Like, let's speak with some banks.
Yeah.
So
You know, as far as financing goes, you know, try to get girls some
some
financing. You know,
scholarships
that's like
and
when I
stuff.
talk about financing, and then probably start some savings accounts. So.
Awesome. And then I just want you guys to talk a little bit more about what you do with the Black Girl Model Spotlight because I love that.
Well, monthly, right?
Yes. Monthly, we're going to hold a spotlight where we highlight a woman of color, a black girl who is making strides in the community. Marie's Monologue, which is the podcast we're appearing on, is actually one of our spotlights because she just embodies the black girl motto, just everything from the content that she talks about. Sarah, the content that she talks about to just her whole light and the vision and everything behind the podcast. So that is what we're gearing towards. We had another young lady named Jewel that we most recently interviewed. She is a young lady. Unfortunately, she became paralyzed due to epilepsy, and that took hold of her life at a very young age. And so she's been able to just continue to maneuver through life. She has not let that hinder her in any way. She's attending college. She was told by some people in school that she wouldn't go past high school, you know. So she's attending college. She's getting ready to write a book. So those are the women that we and the girls that we want to highlight and spotlight. Again, we're trying to control the narrative. We want to put a different image out there. So that is what.
And then eventually, it's funny because I was telling my dad about it. He fell in love with it. So hopefully, trying to do like maybe a yearly award seminar where every girl that has a spotlight will at the end of the year get a physical award, which he wants to help finance at first. So you know, just and giving us that first venue. He said he has a venue and everything. So hopefully turn into like our own little award seminar where these ladies can get a physical award and be honored and get a chance to speak and get out what they do and let other women know, get a chance so they can be followed. That way we all fall into one accord. We control the narrative.
Yeah,
exactly.
We all have to be on one accord. So
I love it.
and then we also have our bossy black girl.
Yes, our
Bossy Black Girl.
Yes.
Which is
that's
like our
weekly.
right. That's our Women Crush Wednesday. Is our bossy black girl, and that just basically showcases a lot of our young black girl entrepreneurs, our older black girl entrepreneurs, our black women entrepreneurs, and just have a space for you to see like, okay, you can shop with them, and you can you can look at them and research them, and just kind of showing you who's who around the city when it comes to entrepreneurship in the black girl space.
And that bring, just even within our community, a lot of times we support the wrong businesses. They don't really,
those are
they don't
most
value
popular.
us.
Yes,
And they're supporting your business, and they don't even value
They don't
us.
even
And it's like,
value.
you shop with what you know, and we can grow our own community. Shop with what you know. If you boycott that market, open up your own market and sell your own herbs and everything like that.
Now
We keep our money within our community. Now we have our own. I think I talked to a young man, older man. I love him, Mr. Tony. Lives in Winton Terrace. Lives out my grandma. Been out there for years. He went to school for engineering and everything, and he wants to start the Black Wall Street. He wants to get that back up and coming, where he brings black men and women to one table, and you come together and you talk about investing and taking over the stores that the Arabs own, and that becomes your market. Opening up your own little restaurants down the street where you can walk down the street and get a meal in it. You don't have to drive to McDonald's and you feed your kids that process. So it's just, I love that Black Wall Street. Let's get back to that because that did exist.
It did exist. And I think just another thing, I think we didn't go into detail about that. We want to focus on all black girls, but we know which ones need our loving and our care the most. So if we can tap, because there's so many black girls that are lost, they don't have the guidance, their home life may not be the best, they may be medication deprived, they may just be, they may just be lost. So if we can just help guide them, I don't want to throw any names, like if we could work closely with like the Tower House and the young women that are on the Lighthouse, so we can work closely with those young women, those that don't have much of a backing at all. If we can just tap into them and just show them that the resources are available. Because when you think about other communities, the resources are there. I got on Family Magazine or something, and I was able to see art. I was able to see events. I could see carnivals that was coming up. But when I tap in, I gotta dig a little bit for us to find our resources within our community. So we can have a one-stop shop where you don't have to dig. I just found out there was something at Avondale Library yesterday, and it's happening today. That news should be all around Avondale community. That news should be, you should know that it's getting ready to be a financial aid workshop and financial literacy course. That news should be penetrating the neighborhoods so immensely that everybody in that neighborhood should be showing up at those workshops, because we are the ones who need it most. So we can penetrate, and we could just go in there and just build this space of just love, a sisterhood.
Yeah, also that's what we all wanted to be, a sorority where you start here at this age and you never out of it. You always a black girl model. You always embody the black girl model image. It's a sorority. We are one.
And I think even with the financial aid literacy and stuff like that, I think one of the biggest things for me is, even if we can get into the Cincinnati Public School District and the CRC into that community, so that we can teach these kids, this is how you apply to college. This is what a Pell Grant is. Because I remember going off to college, and I was the first. I was the first in my family to go to college, and my parents was just like, okay, you here. And they had to work, and they had other kids that they had to take care of, so they couldn't always rush down every so often to see what I needed. But I was struggling with my financial aid to the point where I actually had to leave and drop out. But if someone would have been there to tell me, if I would have had, a big sister to call, like, hey, yo, they're telling me this, can you help me figure this out? So we also want to be some of the ones that keep that, keep them through college and get them through college with help. Whether it's, resources, or whether it's things that they need. A lot of college kids, they get tired of eating noodles. So, let's send them some care packages, or let's, so basically just, like I used to say, creating our narrative and then just going out and just broadcasting it.
And that goes to one of our other ideas, where we would team up with not even, the high schools as well, and have an older girl be a big sister to a younger girl. Now you have a reason to carry yourself in a different light, because you got somebody looking at you. You got somebody follow, somebody that's looking up you and following you, and then they have somebody that they can call on. Because we don't know what's going on at home. You don't have kids that, a lot of times kids don't want to open up to us, but they may open up to somebody else that's been there. That's somebody, so
somebody that they're closer.
And then we want them to get hands-on too. So we want to provide those volunteering opportunities where they can go and be hands-on within the community. If we can team with a nonprofit garden and show them how to garden, because there's so many things that we lack, that we don't even know in our community that we need to be able to grow. So if we can start growing our own fruits and vegetables, learn about meditation and yoga, learn about just how to balance, self-defense, so money management,
picking the right food.
Stuff that they don't really teach on high school no more. Like, I remember having home ec, learning how to make a little, bean bag or something.
Or sew something. And we're not turning our women into homemakers or anything like that. But just how to basic life skills. Basic life skills.
How to make taco salad.
Right.
How many different variations of taco salad?
Right. And it's necessary, because not to put anybody down whatsoever, but some people legitimately don't know how to cook a meal.
Right.
They don't come from McDonald's.
And a lot of people, you'll be surprised, but a lot of people take pride in that. I don't cook. And it's just like, good. How much money did you spend? Like, you can
be proud of that, and then it's like, oh no, but you don't know how to save money.
No. Right. So just one of those things where we really want to dig
deep. Go
deep.
the sewing. I remember when I was young, that's a sewing. We made our own swimming suits. We sewed our own swimming suits. The cover up is just back to those days. Learn how to sew, make your own clothes. And not even your own dollar.
And not even right. And that's what I was about to say. Not even for the strength of making them homemakers,
But
Backwoods,
using
look,
this
back where you
as,
would trade,
as a
or
crutch,
yeah.
a crutch for you to use. Say, for instance, if you're in school and you need some, you need some little
Extra
money.
coin.
You know how to sew. Guess
Go
what?
ahead, let somebody
You know how to
blanket.
cook, so you can
You
sell
know,
meals.
exactly.
Right.
Like, you know what I respect about this generation a lot? I don't know where
Yeah.
this was,
This
but we
hustle
have some
mentality.
hustling
Oh,
mentality.
yeah, that
yeah,
hustle
for
Like,
sure.
mentality is
I saw a
definitely-
girl on a college campus and she sells hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, that's the best place to sell it.
Yeah.
Like,
So my little niece, she sells like club type tops,
Yeah.
lashes, pink
Exactly.
purses. I'm like,
Everything
go
you need
ahead,
for a good
exactly.
college.
Girl,
Yeah.
See, when I
first
was
year
in
in college, she banking money.
Yeah.
Like,
See, when I was in
yeah.
school, we would have to wait for a ride to go to the mall. And our nearest mall was like Lexington
Yes.
or Frankfurt. So either you was going to Lexington or Louisville, or you was waiting until we got back to Cincinnati to go to a mall. So now that you have people on campus that actually sell clothes, for you to go out to homecoming events with or whatever the case may be, like that's what's up. So just really
Yes.
trying to get them in the mind frame of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And just
And what to
teaching
do with
them.
the dollar.
And what you
Yeah.
do
Now
with the
this
what you do with
money,
the dollar? How
what you gonna do? with
Right.
it?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, ladies. Thank you so much for coming out today. This was a very powerful interview. It was wonderful. So I just want you guys to talk about how people can connect with you and how people can reach out to you.
Oh, we want to thank you first.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Well, you can connect with us on all of the major social media outlets. So we have our LinkedIn is the Black Girl Model Foundation. Our Twitter handle is Black Girl Model. Our IG handle is Black_Girl_Model. Our Facebook is Black Girl Model. Our website is www.blackgirlmodel.com. And our email is blackgirlmodel@gmail.com. And you
And
can
we
reach out.
respond to all
Yes,
emails.
very fast, actually.
We waiting, so we wait for y'all email. We respond faster to emails than we do to text.
Facts. Big facts.
Hey, yo.
If you can't reach out, you should just
email
like
Right. And if you don't hear from us, just email us.
Email us
Yes.
again.
We be checking that Gmail.
Yes.
Black Girl Motto is empowerment. Black Girl Motto
It's a
is
sisterhood.
a sisterhood.
It's love.
It's love. It's
love.
life. It's real. It is. It can
Yes.
get. It can. Black Girl. It's just.
It's a whole vibe.
It's a vibe.
Black Girl
It's
Model
a
is a
vibe.
vibe. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And on that one, we can go. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Marie's Monologue. I certainly hope that you enjoyed watching the interview just as much as I enjoyed giving it. These ladies from Black Girl Motto are just such good energy to be around, and I'm so excited to see what they're going to do for the youth around the city of Cincinnati. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And make sure that you subscribe so that you can see similar interviews. And of course, I do have my Marie's Monologue podcast that is available on all of the listening platforms: Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. And then I also have my blog at www.mariesmonologue.com, and you can find things that relate to the podcast, the blog, etc., available in Marie's Market at that website too. And then make sure that you just reach out to me on all of the social medias. I'm at Marie's Monologue on all of them. And just make sure that you stay tuned and stay in touch. And then make sure that you stay blessed this coming week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.